It's been a very long time since my last video, but right now we've got a few days of vacation on a beautiful island of Mallorca in Spain. And today we have a special guest with us, and here it is. The current generation BMW Z4, also known as the G29, has graced the automotive landscape for about 5 years now. Its sleek lines and innovative engineering have captured the hearts of many. Unlike Porsche, a brand that has mastered the art of maintaining an iconic design language for decades throughout its lineups, BMW took a completely different path. There was the iconic and classic E85 loved by many. And there was the sleeker and smoother E89 with more technologies. The new Z4 ventures boldly away from its predecessors, charting a new course in BMW's storied history. In my view, the design philosophy behind the new Z4 mirrors its 50-50 weight distribution only in terms of numbers. I don't particularly love the first half, the front end, as it leaves something to be desired, with the headlight design in particular lacking that vibrant energy I crave in a sports car. However, there are plenty of redeeming qualities. The rear of the car, for instance, captivates with its simple, sharp lines and refined finish. The taillights and the last one-third of the entire car are perhaps some of my favorite designs. This Z4 we drove is outfitted with the M Sport package, which features much sportier bumpers, red calipers in both the front and the back, more aggressive body kits, and the M badge trim inside and outside the vehicle. The interior is well designed with user-friendly infotainment systems like any other BMWs. This particular Z4 leaves no luxury behind, coming fully equipped with an array of premium options. Safety features like adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist inspire confidence, while a responsive touchscreen, Apple CarPlay integration, a heated steering wheel, and plenty more options to elevate the driving experience to new heights. Moreover, in a mere 9 seconds, driver and passenger alike can be enveloped in sunlight and fresh air, creating an immersive open-air driving experience. The car had some scratches when we picked it up, a disappointment to say the least. But fortunately, I got to live with the Z4 for a few days. As we drove to Palma, the capital of Mallorca, this is what we instantly felt. When you drive this car, even with the roof down, it's quite quiet in the car. I'm surprised how audible the conversation can be, even on a highway like this. As we entered the city of Palma, we were greeted by the signature cathedral and a sunny drive along the coast. However, we wouldn't be here for long, as the roads on the outskirts of the city only got better. I have come to really like the Z4 for different occasions. You see, for roads like this, where you have twists and also turnings, this car performs quite well. As for today, we have someone special next to me, and for my beloved one, most of the time she'll be in the passenger seat. And to be honest, for a sporty little car like this, a Roadster specifically, the comfort in this car is absolutely top-notch. In terms of power, here is how it sounds when you push down the gas pedal. Plenty of power, plenty fast, even for an inline-4 turbocharged engine. This is not the M40i, but for many people, this is already plenty of power. As we ventured further north towards Andrax, our eyes were greeted by the stunning beauty of the Spanish coast. Eventually, we arrived at the coastal town of Banyo Bofa. Unlike the crowded and noisy tourist attractions, this is a place of peace and comfort. Parking the car near the edge of a cliff, we couldn't help but marvel at the amazing views that lay before us. This was the perfect time to grab a much-needed refreshment before hitting the road once again. Also, just another moment to scout the majestic mountains that lay ahead and contemplate the journey still to come. The next morning, as the sun rose over the tranquil beach, we set off towards the east to uncover more of the island's secrets. With the wind in our hair and the purr of the Z4's engine at our front, the unexpected vista stretched out before us, revealing a stunning panorama that we never could have imagined. This is the Formentor Lighthouse, located at the northern tip of Mallorca. A sought-after destination for avid cyclists, this location is defined by its seemingly never-ending serpentine mountain roads. Yet, my quest is to experience one of the most breathtaking drives the world has to offer. In a beautiful place like this, with turns after turns, twist after twist, it's just about the perfect place to test about just any cars. Such a familiar feeling to drive it again on a twisty mountain rail like this. And do I need to say that it is still a pretty sporty, nice handling Roadster. In terms of handling and control, you can still see that the car put a smile on my face. This car on a higher speed does feel pretty rigid. The chassis and the characteristic of the chassis is more obvious when you're at higher speed. And I do admit, at lower speed, this car do make you feel a little disconnected from the steering column. But of course, there is still a lot of sportiness for many people. Because you gotta think about this. There's always the kind of trade-off between comfort and sportiness. On this kind of road, you would expect to have a sportier car, and this car indeed does the job. Of course, you may not be able to compare it with something even sportier like a Boxster, a Porsche Boxster, but you need to understand that the two cars have completely different purposes. To me, the Z4 is always more like that everyday sports car. It's not really designed for something that allows you to run fast lap times, But it's got the comfort. It's got a technology. You can use it on a daily basis, and when you want to give it a nice push and go, it does do the job. And the fun factor, when you get some roads like this that allows you to really push some of the potential of this car out, it is still quite amazing. I mean, for a place like this, there's still plenty of joy. See, this is the place this kind of car is supposed to be driven. And really, there's no reason not to let the top go down. It's such an amazing road, amazing drive. I don't know if BMW will continue the Z4 in the future, but it will be such a shame if it doesn't. After all, we must recognize that not every car enthusiast seeks the same driving experience. And perhaps there isn't a single best roadster on the market. Instead, the question we should be posing when considering a car is, where will it take you? For me, the Z4 holds a special place in my heart as one of my all-time favorite sports cars, having guided me on an unforgettable journey to a heavenly destination.